This is it, everybody. The end of an era. The Nctui Gatwa Russell T. Davies gay Doctor Who era is officially ending today. And naturally, we see Doctor Who has changed the lives of LGBT people. Please clap. Please clap. Now, if I was a real YouTuber, I would actually insert that little moment right there and actually edit it, but I'm not. I'm a science fiction writer, and I talk about this science fiction world from a writing perspective, and that's why, of course, you guys are here. I appreciate you being here. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about this last episode that's coming up. It is out right now. I will have a full review of the episode out tomorrow. And this marketing play at the end, it's almost like they've given up on it. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on in Doctor Who news on just the Google feed. There's not much, which is crazy, given that this should be a huge finale. This should be a huge thing that a lot of people should be talking about, but nobody cares because everybody's kind of just like swept it under the rug, ignored it, pretended this is not happening because the fans have all tuned out at this juncture. So let's get into this news, and thank you guys for being here. And I am a science fiction writer, as I said. If you like my thoughts on writing on science fiction, please check out my books. This is the STARS Entwined. This is where it all starts. I'm actually building a new series that spins out of this in this epic world building that I've built here. And this is about a war between humans and aliens. And so it's a lot of Doctor Who, sort of, I would say, action-adventure from the old days that you'd love. There's no time stuff in this book, but I am writing one right now. Because I wanted to throw my hat in the ring to the time travel stuff. If you want to do it consistently and well, you have to put a lot of work into it. And so I'm actually being very, very meticulous and careful on how I do this. So check this out. It's in the description below. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. I appreciate you guys for reading and supporting our channel. Of course, our artistic efforts are what matters here. And we're building a new culture. And of course, if Doctor Who wants me to come on and be showrunner and fix things there, I am available. So BBC, call me. So yes, this article is really fun. I'll save this because we're going to have fun with it. But it's interesting that the BBC went out with this as an article yesterday. And at the same time, if you have looked at what's going on the radio, this comes from Star Whovian yesterday. It was going viral. I'd play it, but you never know how the copyright things are with like playing live audio and things like that. What it comes down to is there was they were talking about it being too woke, that even as an LGBT whatever, it was so ham-fisted, the dialogue was so terrible that it was so much pushing of a narrative that it forgot to be fun. And that really is the crux of this recent Doctor Who series, 100%. It forgot to try to be fun. In fact, Russell T. Davies wasn't trying to be fun. He was trying to do he wanted that message out there. He actually said at San Diego Comic-Con last year that he didn't care about the show. He didn't care about people's reactions to it. All he cared about was, quote, trans rights. And that's the whole problem right here. When you have somebody who's in charge of this, getting the biggest funding ever. Think about this. Like Doctor Who back in the day had low budget. It did not have the budget of American TV. It just, and it... As with great science fiction writing and great acting, they were able to build something even without that. Now you have the opposite. You have huge budget. You have Disney money pouring in. You have some of the glitziest looks out there that you could possibly have. And of course, with the bad writing and bad acting, you have something that's completely atrocious. It's really, really sad because what could have been with this level of funding? What could have been with like a big Disney infusion if somebody only had actually taken care for the characters, actually taken care for the science fiction, and actually done right by Doctor Who. It's just mind-boggling how this went. But they were admitting this on the BBC radio. It goes to show, by the way, that the people who write the articles, who they don't even pay attention to what's going on the radio, and there's no rhyme or reason for anything the BBC is doing right here. They're very scattered and disorganized, and it's all government funded nonsense at the end of the day. But this is here, and if you look at like I said, look at the just trending. This is the biggest one. Every Doctor Who video game ranked is up there. I mean, it's like okay, that's I guess they're trying to use some AI to get some clickbait real quick just because people are going to be searching Doctor Who today, right? Doctor Who fans spot link to Billie Piper's role in a Netflix Wednesday. Has nothing to do with Doctor Who. What time Doctor Who is on TV? Okay, there you go. This is one that actually says Edinburgh News. What is the release date and time? Okay, so that's it. And then you get into more things. Karen Gillan and Arthur Darvill return to Doctor Who, which are the companions from the Matt Smith era. Now, reading this article, they're not actually returning to Doctor Who. They're doing like a special retrospective on Doctor Who about their time on Doctor Who. So you get a lot of this. This is pretty interesting because, again, the last episode of Gatwa's era is out right now, and they're not talking about it. They're talking about Karen Gillan. I mean, and doing this whole like, hey, we're gonna have a special talking about our time from back then. It goes to show they know that the fans only want the pre Jodie Whittaker era, because this is what they're talking about, trying to get fans to click on the eve of the series finale of what's going on right now. This is wild. You would not expect anything like this. If they were confident in what was going on, they'd be talking about how Gatwa was a great actor, about how wonderful everything is. Nope, that's not what's happening. The media totally checked out. And remember, a year or two ago, it was the opposite of this. The fans are, it's just a couple toxic fans on the internet just saying some things, right? That's what they did back then. And guess what? They're not doing it now. They know it's a failure. At this point, they can't even lie that hard that it's not a failure, except for, I guess, this article. So here we go. For Scott Hancock, this is one person, right? Doctor Who was his childhood safe space as he struggled with his sexuality and felt like he didn't fit in. What? Doctor Who was about like adventuring in space. It was about like a strong male lead going out there and fighting these like plunger robots. Like what are you talking about? Like it drives me crazy. The sci-fi series changed his life on VHS tape. Okay, so he engaged in a fantasy and then thought his real life was a fantasy and just went out there and went into degeneracy. So he said it has a huge lasting impact on LGBT fans. Oh, please clap. So they talk about this, and this is it. They're sharing life-changing experiences. So somebody watched something on VHS. Okay. Nearly a decade later, June 2024, landmark moment, its first on-screen same-sex kiss involving the Doctor, coinciding with Pride Month. Yeah, everybody hated it. That was the worst episode in the first season. It turned everybody out. And the thing is, like, ratings never recovered from this, because once you go gay, you lose everybody. And that's really what happened right here. And so this is literally about one person being a gay dude. And please clap. Please clap, everybody. That's the theme of today. And he just keeps talking about this. You could actually take most characters from an episode of classic Doctor Who, and their sexual orientation, their gender, how they define, is completely irrelevant. It was almost a breath of fresh air. Now, this is pretty interesting as you look about this right here. Now, you have aliens. They're different, whatever. You have the Doctor. Of course, there's a lot of male-female romance with companions over the years that is implied, and at least has that going there. It was never male-male until now. And so you look at this and you go, okay, but that actually is the opposite of what's being done now, right? It didn't matter. We were not looking at this. We were not looking at whether the Ronnie was a male or a female or black or not, because it wasn't bothering us. It was just telling a story that was a science fiction story, and they just had some characters in it. Now you have, well, this guy's black, and this guy's gay, and this guy's trans. Oh my gosh! And that's all they're doing with things. I mean, you had the episode where the white people made Gatwa cry because like they didn't want a black guy to save him. I mean, it was so cringy. Like, this is not the complete opposite of what this guy's espousing for, quote, classic Doctor Who. Now, that's pretty interesting. Again, classic Doctor Who was a PG show aimed at kids, so you did not have this kind of thing in it. You had a fantasy world, and of course, these guys related to it. You could be whisked away by the Doctor and go on adventures, and that's the fantasy, right? Unfortunately, these guys like couldn't separate that from reality, and instead of just having their little escape time, like, they made it part of their whole lives, and their whole lives became this like weird little degenerate fantasy, right? And that is really the sad part of, like, I guess, fandom coming up for anything over the last like 50 years. People really lost it, and that's why our world is in such weird shape today, because everybody's on the internet full time, terminally online, and and everybody's like not able to tell the difference between fantasy and reality, and the news doesn't help that, right? Because this helped so many, changed the lives of LGBT people. I mean, listen to the phrasing of this. This is a fantasy too, because literally they're just interviewing one guy who said, "I really liked Doctor Who growing up, right? He was sexless. He was with a beautiful woman all the time. He never looks at her sexually." Well, I don't know about that. That's interesting. Little chime with a young gay boy. Very crazy to like go on that level with this. But obviously, there's not a lot of this going on right here. It's one person, and they're talking about coming out and coming out and coming out, like, because Pride Month's just around the corner tomorrow. We're about to be inundated with this, and this is where it's at. This is all they're talking about. They're really not even talking about the new episodes, because why? Again, think about this. It's not interesting. Nobody cares about the new episodes. That's it. They're talking about classic Doctor Who even in this, and that's really crazy. So we've got a big failure. I'm interested to see what the ratings are going to come in at. I mean, obviously with the media not even hyping it whatsoever, this is a big deal. And like I said, I'll have a review on the channel tomorrow. Really appreciate you guys being there. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If you like my thoughts on storytelling, please check out my science fiction. It's in the description below. And leave me a comment. What do you think about this? Are you watching? We'll be back soon.